Sylvie Vartan, the popular French entertainer, was recreated in vinyl, as a 12-inch tall fashion doll, for the home market. The 17-year-old Sylvie Vartan sprang to fame in France in 1961, following her appearance on TV performing the song Panne with French rocker Frankie Jordan. Her distinctive dancing earned her the title the Twisting Schoolgirl. She went on to have a string of her own hits, in the yeye style of pop. Immensely popular in both France and Italy, her TV performances feature elaborate choreography, sometimes with go-go boys. Let's sit back and watch. This dance routine is quite something. Throughout her career, dancing and spectacular costumes have been important aspects of her stage shows. The entertainer's iconic status led to the launch of the Sylvie Vartan doll in 1977 by Poupées Raynal of France. This doll is not very well known outside France, but her distinctive looks make her a favorite with collectors who discover her. Join us as we go yay yay. A unique sculpt was developed by the manufacturer for the head, but the body is identical to the one used by Mego for the company's Cher, Farrah, and Wonder Woman dolls, among others. Here's a glimpse at Mego's advertising for their homegrown dolls.
Who has beautiful hair? Cher.
This is Growing Hair Cher. That's right. Growing Hair Cher. It's a long hair doll, a medium hair doll, a short hair doll. You do it with this styling kit. As you change Cher's hair, you change her looks. Short and stylish, long and lovely, or any length in between. When you change Cher's hair, you change her looks. Growing Hair Cher, with styling key, posing standing costume. By Mego.
She's a naval officer.
They've captured Major Trevor.
But when danger threatens, you can turn her into Wonder Woman.
All the world is waiting for you.
It's Wonder Woman's Paradise Island playset with Queen Hippolyte,
In your satin tights, fighting
her arch rival, the beautiful Nubia. There's Wonder Woman's throne with a secret compartment for her brush and comb. A clothes closet. And collapsible walls.
Now the world is ready for you.
When you put her on the spinner, she knocks down the palace.
Make a haunted dove.
Only you know Wonder Woman's identity.
And I'll never tell.
Wonder Woman Paradise Island playset. Wonder Woman and all other dolls sold separately by Mego.
Who's the doll with the head of golden hair? Farrah. The doll with the face so pretty, so fair. Farrah.
You can style her hair to match other Farrah's fashions, like Delights, sold separately. Farrah comes with one costume and posing stand. Delights outfit sold separately by Mego.
As a slight digression, other manufacturers have created likenesses of Farrah Fawcett. Notably, Mattel recreated her iconic red swimsuit pose, based on a poster that adorned the bedroom wall of many an adolescent. More recently, the Charlie's Angels look was recreated by Integrity Toys for their retro-themed doll, Poppy Parker. Raynal, a storied French doll manufacturer, established its factory around 1930, when it made dolls using cloth and rhodoid. Its heyday of production was during the 1950s. Plastic dolls came along in 1957, and the company closed its doors in 1979. The manufacturer specialized in baby and child dolls, so it's possible that it lacked the expertise to produce a fashion doll, but in any case would only be in existence for another year or two, following the creation of the Sylvie Vartan doll. It's not clear what the licensing arrangement was with Mego for the Sylvie Vartan doll. From Raynal's point of view, it was probably cheaper to use an existing doll's body than to manufacture a brand new one from scratch. The choice of the Mego body makes this unusual doll even more idiosyncratic. It was arguably not the most beautiful body on the market at the time, being somewhat angular, with hands that have been described as claw-like, but it does have a vintage charm, and certainly works well with the finely chiseled sculpt the company created for the doll's face. The doll has sturdy rooted eyelashes, strikingly pale eyebrows, and is marked Raynal at the back of the head. However, the use of the Mego body has the great benefit of allowing this doll to wear clothing and shoes from the Cher doll's extensive wardrobe. Quite a bonus, because Raynal produced a limited range of only 12 outfits for the Sylvie doll. Nowadays, due to their rarity, these clothes have become expensive, and even harder to find than the doll herself. She is a niche collector favorite. The full lineup consists of 12 Sylvie Vartan outfits, 6 city outfits, and 6 gala outfits. Taken as a whole, the costume collection represents a glimpse at the wardrobe of a well-dressed 1970s woman of style. The gala outfits included copies of Pierre Fresnay designs, as worn by Sylvie Vartan for the 1975 show at the Palais de Congrès. Mego fans will recognize the fabric from the Cher Laverne outfit. Raynal's marketing material was effusive about its new product when the doll launched. A fashion doll as pretty, as blonde, as smiling, as the real Sylvie, dressed just like her, in a magnificent stage costume. The first French fashion doll in the likeness of a shining star of song and stage. The real-life Sylvie gave us some ideas. Your doll has 12 different outfits, to play sports, stay home, entertain friends, and go to a party. Sylvie Vartan is always the most beautiful doll. At the height of her 1960s fame, Sylvie Vartan was involved in the promotion of another French icon, the highly unusual Parisiennes de Kiraz. These uncompromising fashion dolls were based on the widely syndicated illustrations by Edmund Kiraz. Some collectors have seen a similarity in looks between the Sylvie Vartan doll and the actor Kate Jackson, as Sabrina Duncan, in the 1970s TV show, Charlie's Angels. There has been speculation that the Sylvie head was originally intended for a Kate doll, in the wake of Mego's success with the Farrah doll. Additionally, the company had created a Jaclyn Smith doll, in the role of Charlie's Angels' Kelly Garrett. A Kate Jackson doll would have completed the trio. However, the Jaclyn doll was not as wildly popular as Farrah, and is harder to find today. So it might be that Mego decided against rolling out a Kate doll, to avoid the possibility of disappointing sales. However, to illustrate the point, Toy Collectors Headquarters on Facebook created their own Kate Jackson makeover using a Sylvie Vartan doll as the starting point. A brave choice, as the Raynal doll is not inexpensive. But in the end, the brunette Kate was not made and the blonde Sylvie prevailed. Let's take a closer look at Raynal's doll. Most of the following dolls and outfits are from the collection of Franck Drocourt, the preeminent Sylvie Vartan fan, designer, and collector, with a sampling of his impressive collection. His t-shirt reads, "It might seem like I'm listening to you, but in my head I'm listening to Sylvie Vartan." Here, Sylvie's hair is in a long bob. She wears a sweet blue dress, overlaid with chiffon. Franck Drocourt made this replica of the dress she wore at the Olympia Theatre, Paris, in 1964, where the singer performed on the same bill as the Beatles. It was this performance that first brought her to worldwide attention. Her white peep-toe high-heeled shoes are identical to those of Mego Cher doll. On the wall is a tiny sampling of the singer's hit singles. There was even a bust produced by La Flex during the 1960s, under the brand name Star Fans, immortalizing the star with her likeness in vinyl, fully rooted with her distinctive blonde hairstyle. Raynal's Sylvie Vartan doll wears a white and red tuxedo, replicated by Franck Drocourt, from the stage outfit created by Pierre Lapidus for Lanvin, and is worn in 2017, at the Olympia Theatre Paris. The inset photo shows the star herself holding this doll. Franck Drocourt created this replica of a gown, designed by Bob Mackie, for the star's Palais de Congrès show in 1981, but actually worn for her TV special, Des Heures de Désir, The Hours of Desire, in 1984. This is a full-on red carpet gown, tailored tightly to the body and graphically eye-catching, with its monochromatic two-tone style, which even carries through to the evening gloves. A challenge to produce even in human size, the gown represents a technical tour de force when made at doll scale. Monsieur Drocourt has been recreating all of Sylvie Vartan's stage outfits from 1964. The red bodysuit dress is from a Bob Mackie original, worn at the Palais des Sports in 1981. The black butterfly dress is from a Bob Mackie design worn on TV, and on tour in 1978-9. The white tuxedo gala outfit is by Raynal. The Tarzan dress, also by Raynal, another Bob Mackie design, featured in the chart-topping single, Disco Queen, a #1 hit in Japan. The recreation of the white dress with glass beads, as worn for the hit, La Drôle de Fin et George, which was a huge 1975 success in France. The blue and white gown is a copy of a Bob Mackie dress. There is also a Raynal gala version of this. The striped blazer outfit is from the original box doll, based on a design by Pierre Fresnay, for the 1975 Palais de Congrès show. The white dress and cape outfit is also from this show in 1975. This and the red gown are by Franck Drocourt. Here are yet more examples of stage outfits recreated by Franck Drocourt for his Sylvie Vartan dolls. The singer has never been afraid to experiment. Her costumes encompass a wide range of styles and fashion periods, as well as the work of many top designers. Franck Drocourt has embraced this willingness to try something new, with his innovative bespoke doll couture. Franck Drocourt gifts Sylvie Vartan with 2 of his dolls, wearing the black butterfly stage outfit, and Bulgarian traditional costume, in honor of the singer's birthplace. Monsieur Drocourt has an enviable collection of Raynal's production dolls and outfits. These are highly sought after by modern collectors. The rare, mint inbox Raynal gala dress, in romantic layers of green chiffon, with floral and dot applique, is also modeled by the Sylvie doll. This video was made thanks to Franck Drocourt, the preeminent Sylvie Vartan fan, designer, and collector. Many of the images shown are from his incredible collection. His dolls are often wearing bespoke outfits he created especially for his muse. He points out that the entertainer is the only French icon to have been dressed by some of the greatest names in fashion, including Yves Saint Laurent, Pierre Cardin, Paco Rabanne, Kenzo, Karl Lagerfeld, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Lanvin, Dior, and Hedi Slimane. We go behind the scenes to see the whole of Franck Drocourt's impressive Sylvie Vartan doll collection. Many of the dolls shown here are wearing outfits created by this talented designer and doll couturier. Some of the dolls are performing on Mego's revolving stage for the Cher doll, complete with original props, such as lights and camera. This structure is hard to find today, especially in such good condition. Often parts are missing or broken, after years of heavy play by childhood owners. Here's another example of how Cher's accessories, by Mego, may be pressed into use for the Sylvie Vartan doll. This time, it's the dressing room playset, complete with full-length magic mirror. There's an exciting selection of Franck Drocourt's designs, as well as the Raynal production outfits, all modeled by his enviable collection of Sylvie dolls. It's worth noting the variation in blonde hair on these dolls, from a honey shade to the brightest platinum. Hairstyles have been created by Monsieur Drocourt to coordinate with the outfits. You'll recognize some of the ensembles from earlier in this video, so this serves as a useful recap. Look out for the close-up details, to see some of the meticulous craftsmanship that has gone into the construction of these outfits. And here's another panorama of Monsieur Drocourt's doll display. This time affording us views of dolls and outfits we haven't seen thus far. Look out for the Victorian-inspired red top with lace ruffles, the down-home dungarees, the elegantly sequined black top, the astonishing coiffure of the doll in the blue and white gown, the white MC pantsuit, the 20s beaded flapper dress, the big hatted confection in white ruffles, that might have been straight off the set of Meet Me in St. Louis, were it not for the thigh-high split. The bold flamenco dress. The captain's table seafarer's white pantsuit, with golden trim. Raunchy leather looks, a red can-can dress. And in another variation on the white pantsuit, a rather severe-looking Sylvie. And just to show how versatile this doll is, here are some images of Raynal's Sylvie Vartan reimagined. Two Sylvies on a Saturday night. On the left, in a shiny white suit with Poochie-inspired print shirt, and contrast handbag, from 70s Disco by Mattel for Barbie. The doll on the right wears the She Means Business skirt, suit, and scarf by Mego for Cher. From left to right, Farrah's deep pink halter top gown, with matching shoes, by Mego Corporations. The white sparkly mini dress with belt strap detail, ring, and necklace, are all for Kiki Adeze. Afterglow, by Integrity Toys, the shoes are Sylvie's own. The black and silver halterneck gown, with matching shoes, is from Growing Hair Cher by Mego. Sunglasses, necklace, and ring, are all from Integrity Toys, Neo Look, Adele Makita. Modeling a loose updo, Sylvie wears a white jewel-embellished gown, of pleated and gathered tulle by Jason Wu, from his Fall 2018 collection, for Integrity Toys Isel and Doll. Accessorized with a triangular silver purse, from Fashion Royalties Adele Makita, Neo Look. To date, the entertainer Sylvie Vartan has sold more than 50 million records and CDs worldwide, and has featured on over 2,000 magazine covers, outdoing both Catherine Deneuve and Brigitte Bardot. Her marriage, to the French rock star Johnny Hallyday, cemented the status of the couple in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It seems that the loss, to fans of Charlie's Angels, became a big gain to followers of Sylvie Vartan, and to collectors of unique dolls. It was fortuitous that the Raynal company produced their Sylvie fashion doll as virtually the last of their offerings, before going out of business. Perhaps the manufacturer pinned their hopes on this doll saving the factory. Whatever the story was, we are lucky that Raynal left us with such a charming fashion doll, as part of their legacy. Sylvie Vartan, the Princess of Pop.